Welcome back to Nick's Bricks. I'm Nick, and today we're reviewing set number 75901, Mystery Plane Adventures from LEGO Scooby-Doo. Taking the second of 5 ranks on our series partometer with 118 pieces, the set features our first Mystery Inc. vehicle in full Scooby-Doo color scheme and style, and includes series signatures and a menacing monster. Let's begin with a look at the set's variations of Shaggy and Scooby. As mentioned in our first review, Shaggy and Scooby are included in all 5 sets of the Scooby-Doo series, with each character having a few variations. Shaggy is the same we saw in Mummy Mystery Museum, but Scooby has some radical changes with a new body mold and face print. The Scooby-Doo series includes 2 body molds for Scooby, the standing pose we saw last time, and the sitting pose we see here. Both are molded in medium nougat and include the printed black spots, medium azure collar, and metallic gold tag. The head mold is the same, but with alternate printing showing Scooby-Doo wearing a pair of flight goggles. Naturally, this head print is set exclusive, though there is another set in the series it would work well in. The second variation of Scooby-Doo with the grinning variation of Shaggy make this set's combination of the duo. As with the previous set, the instructions direct us to give a set-exclusive 2x2 printed tile to Shaggy. The tile is the series signature clue print and shows a newspaper article titled Stolen Trophy with a picture of a woman screaming and a broken window. Paperclipped to the article is a black and white picture of what looks to be a jack-o'-lantern in a pumpkin patch. To set the scene, the gang is on their way to an air show competition where Shaggy and Scooby will be competing in Mystery Inc.'s own biplane, the Mystery Plane. Unfortunately, the competition's trophy has been stolen, but the air show is still taking place. Daphne, Freddy, and Velma intend to investigate the missing trophy while Shaggy and Scooby compete in the air show. So, let's split up, gang! Velma, Daphne, and Freddy will look for clues around the air show's grandstands, air traffic control tower, and pavilion where the trophy was stolen, while Shaggy and Scooby ready the mystery plane for competition. The set's sole build is the Mystery Plane, a biplane in full Scooby-Doo regalia. The plane uses elements molded in lime, medium azure, and orange to create the Scooby-Doo color scheme, which I find impressively accurate to the vehicles in the shows. As we'll see, the color scheme is consistent with the other Mystery Inc. vehicles throughout the series. Beginning at the bottom, the biplane's landing gear is made from rubber tires on white wheels held by single wheel holder plates protruding slightly forward from below the lower wing. The rear of the plane drags on a trans-clear round-bottom plate. The lower wings themselves protrude out from the fuselage, with the port side wing including a chain connecting to its rear tip. The lower wings hold panels to support the upper wings, with the upper wings being slightly larger and situated just ahead of the lower. The front of the plane holds a 3-bladed propeller which rotates freely on a Technic axle, and between the blades we see a stickered Technic disc showing a second set of smaller propeller blades, which confirms this biplane uses a stacked propeller system. Further engine details can be seen between the wings in the 6 exhaust ports, and just above are 3 trans-clear bricks offering further support to the upper wings and creating the windshield. The cockpit is elongated and includes a flight yoke for the controls. The sides of the cockpit use panel tiles adorned with stickers. The stickers on both sides show the Scooby-Doo wave pattern complete with orange flowers towards the rear, and at the front port side is a jack-o'-lantern with 5 tallies. The starboard side has 7 more tallies, bringing the total to 12. Perhaps this is an indication that the mystery plane has helped solve 12 mysteries. At the rear is the tail fin and stabilizers. The tail fin element holds stickers on either side showing more of the Scooby-Doo pattern with orange flowers. Lastly are the 2x3 modified plates with holes at the sides of the cockpit. Secured to the plates are flick-fire missile bars which connect to burgers? The Mystery Plane series signature sandwiches are a pair of burger bombs. The burgers use the same build technique and print as the sandwich from Mummy Mystery Museum, but with alternate colored studs. This time using brown for the burger, yellow for the mustard, red for the ketchup, and lime for the pickle. The burgers connect to the end of the flick fire bars and are ready to be launched. Talk about a food fight! The instructions humorously direct us to place Scooby-Doo in the pilot's seat with Shaggy as the passenger. With its flight crew in position, the mystery plane is ready for the competition, but just as Scooby and Shaggy are moving onto the runway for takeoff, they hear the rhythmic clip-clop of a horse at full speed, and down the runway they see, zoinks! It's the Headless Horseman! Straight out of Washington Irving's short story, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, rides the Headless Horseman. The fabled horseman was featured in the first season of the Scooby-Doo show in the 5th episode titled The Headless Horseman of Halloween. Beginning with the minifigure, the horseman's torso print shows a blue frock coat with a belt above the waist. The purple storm flap is clasped at the neck and drapes down the chest, and the Hessian wears white gloves. At the back is a starch fabric cape, and with it removed, we see the rear torso print shows the looseness of the coat with continuing belt and storm flap. Unprinted blue legs and hips create the pants, completing the outfit. Moving to the head, the top, Lego's jack-o'-lantern element is used for the Headless Horseman's makeshift noggin. The dual-molded orange pumpkin with green stem debuted in the Scooby-Doo theme in 2015 and is included in 2 of the 5 sets. The eyes and mouth of the carved pumpkin show the minifigure head beneath, and with the jack-o'-lantern removed, we see the black minifigure head. The horseman's head is a single-sided print with the instructions directing us to place it backwards so the unprinted side of the black head shows through the face of the jack-o'-lantern. Naturally, we'll save the printed side for the villain's unmasking at the end. The Headless Horseman is armed with Lego's Great Sword element in pearl dark gray, and the stolen trophy made from Lego's Goblet element in pearl gold. Of course, you can't have a Headless Horseman without a horse, and so, here we have the channel's first horse element. While the horses I'm most familiar with are the older versions from themes such as Western and Castle, this beautiful horse mold features curved details and 2 points of articulation, with both the neck and rear legs pivoting vertically. The printing includes the eyes and bridle, and the horse's back includes the indentation with 2 studs which hold Lego's saddle element. While Lego System's primary horse has had some updates over the years, this saddle element has remained the same since 1990 and features clips on either side, although these clips are known to be fragile and break easily. When the horse is not saddled, the set includes a 1x2 brick with hole and plate to fill in the gap. With the horse saddled up and the horseman on his mount, the Hessian charges, looking for a head to steal. Shaggy and Scooby decide the safest place is the sky and pull the mystery plane onto the runway. As Shaggy and Scooby gain speed, the horseman gains on Shaggy and Scooby. And as the Hessian gets closer and closer, Shaggy begins to panic and accidentally drops the burger bombs onto the runway. Now, it's a little known fact that Great Danes and horses share some of the same DNA, particularly genes related to appetite. Unbeknownst to the horseman, the horse's focus changed from charging the plane to snack time, and burger bombs are just what the veterinarian ordered. The horse stops on a dime at the Tasty Burgers and sends the horseman flying. Seeing the commotion from the stands and air traffic control tower, Velma, Daphne, and Freddy make their way to the runway. With the Hessian subdued and the horse fed, let's see who this Headless Horseman really is. Elwood Crane? Elwood Crane, descendant of Ichabod Crane of Sleepy Hollow fame, was a talented up-and-coming pilot who competed regularly in the airshow circuit. However, after winning multiple competitions, it was discovered that Elwood's plane had been illegally modified and the victories were rescinded. Elwood was disqualified from competing in future airshows. Elwood Crane plotted his revenge with a scheme to steal the airshow's trophy and reached back to his family's heritage for his disguise, the old legend of the Headless Horseman. And he would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids and their dog. With the mystery solved and the trophy returned, Shaggy and Scooby compete in the air show before the gang moves on to their next mystery. The Headless Horseman of Halloween episode does feature the descendant of Ichabod Crane parading around on a white horse dressed as the Headless Horseman. However, in the episode, Elwood is trying to steal a diamond necklace from his cousin, Beth Crane. The episode does feature a biplane, but it's white with no Mystery Inc. regalia. That said, the Mystery plane featured in the set is a good introduction to the vehicles of the Mystery Inc. fleet, which are featured throughout the rest of the series. Our next review features the Mystery Machine, Mystery Inc.'s reliable mode of transportation and one of the most recognizable vehicles in pop culture. Likewise, the set includes one of the franchise's most popular monsters, and Shaggy and Scooby are joined by another member of the Mystery Inc. gang, so stay tuned. Until then, this has been Nick with Nick's Bricks. Thank you for watching, and remember, build, disassemble, repeat.